most senior employees of the Labour Party held its elected leadership in contempt, despised their own party members, and even acted in a conspiratorial manner that undermined our 2017 general election campaign. And that was a campaign that was pretty damn close to succeeding, and really brought on an onslaught of really full court press against Corbyn and the left wing of the Labour Party that really led to his destruction kind of at that time in 2019. So these were people at the top of the party with extensive knowledge and experience of elections. Their jobs were paid for with party funds, yet they entered 2017 election hoping we would lose and setting up a shadow operation to protect their chosen sons and daughters. We worked with them. We were the national campaign coordinators for the Labour Party for some time. We attended every meeting of the strategy group with the party leader up to the day of the election itself. We vividly recall the Sunday night meetings during the 2017 election. The country was turning towards the Labour Party, and as the election day approached, the possibility of denying the Tories their majority was palpable. But we, as elected members and campaign coordinators, these people writing this are members of parliament, could not obtain vital information from the party apparatus, not even the feedback from the thousands of conversations which our members were having every day as they went out campaigning. This information, together with opinion polling, is a tool in the hands of party managers. It determines where we put our resources, it influences our messaging, and it helps direct our activists. It's sometimes hard to recall in retrospect with the excitement of which the manifesto release produced. It changed the landscape of that election. As campaign coordinators, we needed to know what impact it was having on the electorate and which demographics were turning towards Labour. It quickly became clear that Labour needed to move on from a defensive strategy of just protecting our own seats and go on the attack to target increasing numbers of Tory seats. But when we asked where the data was, the party managers met us with blank faces. Instead, we were presented with a paper which suggested that we pour resources into into seats with large Labour majorities, which were never under threat. So pretty much helping the guys that they wanted helped. We were astonished to see the candidates' names who it was suggested should be the beneficiaries of these resources. They almost exclusively belonged to one wing of the party. Leaked document makes clear that this was a deliberate strategy. It appears to reveal the existence of an Ergon House project, where party resources to the tune of six-figure sums were secretly reassigned during the election for factional purposes to destroy the left wing of the party. It makes you really wonder, guys, what's been going on in the Democratic Party with the Stop Sanders plotting, which was going on, and to what extent that they did that. And this is only 2017. What was going on in 2019? That's the real problem. This revelation poses enormous questions. Who was involved? How much money was spent without signing up by elected representatives? Who signed the checks? And where was the money spent and on what priorities? What was the expenditure ultra vires? I don't know what that means. Did the undermining and obstruction stop with this Ergon House project? Maybe not. To what extent did the scheming malfeasance stop us winning the Copeland by-election to Birmingham Ortiz Valley or the Birmingham Ortiz Valley mayoralties? In the end, we lost the 2017 general election by just a handful of votes. It's possible that these actions of party staff denied us a Labour government that would have transformed millions of lives. So that's no small potatoes here. It very well could have been, being that the 2017 election, not the 2019 election, but the 2017 election was so close between Conservatives and Labour that they could have stopped a Labour government. Believe that. That is some crazy stuff. So, clearly, there are also disciplinary implications of the report. It suggests there are cases to answer on bullying, harassment, sexism, and racism. It implies the battle against anti-Semitism in the party was undermined by a factional obsession with fighting Trots, quote-unquote, which is what they called the left wing of the party. The right wing did, in reference to Trotskyites. If a party member on the left had engaged in any of these behaviors, they would have been suspended, subject to investigation. The same rules must apply here. The most important question is what should happen now. First, the report needs to be published officially by the Labour Party. It will almost certainly get requested by the EHRC, so the party should also get out in front and submit it. Second, we need a National Executive Committee meeting on to discuss its contents. Third, the meeting must establish a transparent process to investigate the conduct alleged in the leaked document with the terms of reference set by NEC officers. Fourth, this process must produce a report available to the public and not tucked away in a drawer, which restores faith among labor members in the practices of our party. Because this is a document that I was reading about last night. Some of the stuff they did, it's only detailed here, but it really was pretty crazy in terms of what they did to kind of deflect the party resources away. So it's crazy stuff. So this report must be presented to the NEC and to party conference itself. After this weekend's revelations, there can be no going back. We must never again allow a permanent aristocracy of party managers to overrule democratic decisions. We must never again allow our members in their efforts to be treated with such contempt. For all those socialists in the Labor Party, there is one final lesson. Don't let us demoralize you. Stay in the party and seek justice. As this document makes clear, the very worst elements of our party would only be too happy for you to leave. So shout out to all those labor members on the left wing. Stand strong there. So, yeah, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully we do have some listeners in the UK. That would be really cool. But that's all we got for you today. Hope you have a good quarantine. We are back tomorrow with a guest. Episode should be coming out tomorrow evening. We'll see you then.